Hey everyone, it's Frosty, and today I have a Zerg versus Zerg battle for you guys to watch, and this is on the map Naga Caverns. So leave some comments in the comment bar about what you think that I could be doing better, and what I did wrong, and what I did well, and I have a question for you guys. So what would you say as a Zerg player, the one unit you wouldn't use against Protoss, and the one unit you wouldn't use against Terran? So leave that in the comments, and enjoy the rest of this video.
Hey everyone, it's Frosty, and today I have a Zerg versus Zerg battle for you guys to watch. So down in the bottom left hand corner is Li Bong, and up in the top right hand corner is me, Frosty. So this is a pretty small map, so what I like to do in small maps in a Zerg versus Zerg battle is to scout quite early, because a lot of times they could be doing a 7 or 8 pool, which means I'm pretty screwed because I do like a 12-13 pool, so they'd get there probably before my spawning pool was done, and they'd probably do some good damage on my drones. So we can see that I'm just going to go around his base and scout nothing really, but I'll scout this extractor that he's putting up. What I won't scout though is this hidden expansion over in the left hand side of this map, which is quite interesting because you never really see an expansion, especially a hidden expansion in a Zerg versus Zerg battle. So I'm just going to circle around his base. He just put up his spawning pool, and over in my base you can see that my spawning pool is about half done, almost done now, and my extractor is now finished. And I always get my extractor about halfway through my spawning pool being finished, and right after I get my lair, I'm getting a queen. It's the first thing I do right after I get a lair. Do you guys do that too? Just curious. So I'm circling around his base, and I see that his spawning pool was done quite a bit longer than mine was, and looking at income right now, I'm actually still a little bit ahead. He's going to chase me out or kill me out of his base there. But he still has this hidden expansion. I do not know it exists yet, and I just have my 6 Zerglings running around doing nothing. And he's now actually, we're pretty even on harvesters. He's just one ahead right now. But looking at production, I got my roach worn up. I love roaches in a Zerg versus Zerg battle. Roaches and banelings or roaches and speedlings, I don't know, I just feel like those combos are really good against any ground unit. And actually you can see now that he's getting his lair, which is interesting. So he might be going for a spire, maybe a hydralisk den. He's getting a second gas, so he's going to be using lots of gas, as we can see. And it looks like my my Zergling here is going to scout that he actually has a lair down. And when I see a lair, the first thing I'm going to do is morph my hatchery into a lair and get an evolution chamber. Because right now I'm just thinking, oh god, he's going for mutas. I hate mutas. I hate those damn mutas. Anyways, so I'm gonna run up here and see what kind of force he has right now. And he has too much for me to take on right now, and he's actually going to be getting upgraded armor on his ground unit. And I actually have come in with quite a few roaches versus his Zerglings. So this is probably going to go a little bit well for me. Not so well for him, especially since he's using those drones right now. Looking at the drone count, he's actually has 21, 20, and I have 15. So we'll see what I get his drones down to in the end. So I got him down to 17 so far, and he's going to kill off those last few Zerglings. And let's see. So he is at 13 harvesters now, which is pretty good. He had a little more than I did, and now I've kind of evened him out to where I was. And you see that he's actually going to send some Zerglings up from that expansion there. And I still don't know about this expansion. I have no idea this expansion even exists. So I'm going to march some roaches over. And over here in his base we can actually see that he's getting hydras out. Looking at production, he actually has another hydra out, and I have nothing in production. Okay, now I have 2 roaches. But still, that's not very much. So that ground carapace is almost done. And it'll be done just in time for my roaches to attack him. And let's see here. This is not going to go so well, and this is a little laggy, I'm sorry for that. But, okay, so I just sent in some reinforcements right now. And he's going to want to run out from my roaches, because hydralisks aren't necessarily the greatest against roaches. I think hydras, see, oh, this is great for him. He's actually blocking me off here so that I can't shoot him, because he has the longer range. And that is actually really smart. I think they have longer range, I'm sure they do. But that was the smartest thing to do. Wow, that was good. Anyways, yeah, I see that he has a little too much, but I'm going to try anyways. Kill off those drones, and right now I'm like, oh yeah, he has no drones. But no, he does. He still has 12 drones, surprisingly, and he actually has 1 Hydra sitting there. So I did get 3 Spore Crawlers because after I saw that lair, I was a little scared, but it looks like he just went for Hydras, so right now I'm not too scared. I feel pretty confident that I have killed off all his drones, but apparently I didn't. I still have no idea that this expansion actually exists. And right now I just have Zerglings, and that's all I'm producing. Yeah, and 1 roach. So over here we can see that he doesn't have too much either, but he is going to get a hatchery. Another hatchery? I don't know. That seems weird to me. He's getting his 3rd hatchery, but he only has 14 harvesters. I don't know. This, saturate this one. I don't know. Spend the mineral somewhere else. Not on the 3rd hatchery. I can't see this working out well for him. I cannot. Well, I have 1 more roach on the way, and look at all these Zerglings. It's, oh, this game's a little laggy. But they're going to go up and see what kind of army he's got, and I see that he actually has expanded here, which is quite interesting, so I'm going to try to attack that a little bit, and then run away. And here comes some roaches, so this is going to back me up pretty well. Let's speed it up a little. They're just going to wait around, and it looks like this roach is going to go in and scout all by himself for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, poor little guy. He's just getting surrounded. Oh no. Poor little guy. Anyways, his hatchery is almost finished. I can't believe he's actually putting up a 3rd hatchery. Let's look at it. Well, his income is picking up. But still, his army is quite small. Like, I could probably really take him right now, if I ever go in. Especially since the fact that he has now 6 more harvesters than I do, and that is not very great. We can see that I'm getting a baneling nest right now, which is awesome, because banelings are totally fun to play with. You know, that green exploding bam is awesome. So you can see that wow, this is really saturated really well. So he actually has quite a lot more harvesters than I do right now. So if I want to win this game, I have to make a move quite soon. Especially these banelings are going to really boost my army in this, especially because of the Hydras. Hydras are really weak against the banelings, which makes it a win pretty much for me so far, unless he's going to try to... Why are my guys just sitting here? This is Minecraft, and these guys are just sitting here doing nothing for the longest time. What was I doing that whole time? But yeah, they're just going to take apart whatever they can. And I still had no idea that this expansion even existed, so he did well on having a hidden expansion there. But not so well on building he built too many hatcheries, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm just going to march into his last base, in my opinion. I thought this was his last base, and I'm going to try to just finish it off. Because it doesn't look like he has much left. Looking at his income, he really doesn't have a lot of minerals. He has lots of gas, but that's about it. And that actually is game. He actually just left, so hooray for me. Woo! There's a win. And if somebody doesn't say good game, I really don't get mad at them. I know sometimes I don't say good game because I really don't think it's a good game, and people like freak out that I don't say good game. But honestly, I really don't care. I don't want to have to bug them about it. They're probably frustrated. I get that frustration too, so I'm not ever going to bother people with that. But yeah, that was game, and that was quite an interesting battle, especially with that hidden expansion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a couple days.